BadgerStateWrestling.com, brought to you by Wisconsin National Guard. We're at the Northern Badger Wrestling Classic. Filling in for Shane Sparks, I'm Kevin Black, along with Jake Filkins. We're at the 160-pound championship final. We have Gabe Paulson from Amory in the white singlet, red ankle bands, against Cody Nyhagen from St. Croix Central. Nyhagen in the blue singlet with green ankle bands. Both wrestlers undefeated right now. Nyhagen 14-0, Paulson 17-0.
Did Paulson used to be a lot lighter, Kevin?
Yeah, he was a 119-pound state qualifier as a freshman. Last year wrestled, I believe, 45. So he's a good-looking 60-pounder though, and he's looked good this tournament. I would say coming into the finals, I thought that he looked as good as anybody. If we had to, that sweep was working for him, and that if we had to give an OW, I would have given it to Paulson up to this point. But obviously, Nyhagen's no slouch. So
that was a very nice reshot there by Paulson. Just kind of slipped off the leg and couldn't quite catch it at the edge of the mat there.
Nyhagen is a state qualifier too. Last year he lost in that first match. He was second at sectionals, and he was defeated by Jackson Fox from Wrightstown, and Fox made it to the finals. And they had the same headgear, same hairdo, same color singlet. It was pretty wild. Nobody really knew who was scoring, but it was a wild match. Both Nyhagen and Fox just kind of went all out, put it all into that match, and Fox was defeated in the finals.
That's one of the things when you think a ref sees those kids coming out thinking, how am I going to distinguish these two guys?
Yeah. Nice shot.
Nice sweep single there.
So Paulson he's been one of the top wrestlers at his weight class in the state since he was a freshman. He's been ranked every year, and made it down the state tournament twice. And I think he's one of those little unsung heroes in the northwest part of the state. Still a sleeper. He's undefeated, and he's working hard, beating some people this year already pretty handily. And did the J-Rob 28-day intensive camp and trains all year round. He's also a fantastic baseball player, but this kid works hard, and he's gonna surprise some people, Jake. I wouldn't be surprised, but the rest of the state's gonna be surprised by him.
And yeah, we've seen a lot of action here. Just all is on the edge of the mat, so it hasn't really gone anywhere. I'd like to see something in the middle here and see these two get into a scramble.
Yeah, so right there, the coin flip showed up red, and Paulson looked over to Coach Scott Marco and asked if he should defer, and Marco said, no, you're going down. So that first point makes a difference for if we're going to go into overtime. We've seen a couple overtime matches already. That's one place where it makes a difference, but also just setting that tone. So Paulson goes down right away.
We've had a lot of 0-0 matches going into the second period.
Yeah,
today.
Pretty evenly matched finals here. Oh, he could get a cradle right there.
A little scramble here. Nyhagen's trying to cut the corner.
Nyhagen still has control because he's got that leg. As long as he has that leg, he's still in control. Obviously, that wouldn't be a takedown if they were from the neutral position, but it hasn't broken control, so he's still in the top position.
I like those quick stalemate calls. I like to see a lot of action.
Yeah. Again, this is Chad Olson is the ref, and he likes to see action. He'll call stalemates quickly. He'll hold guys accountable.
Nice quick stand up there, and Nyhagen couldn't even defend it. He just was forced to let him go.
Oh, nice fake. Got him off balance. That fake and snap right there.
Again on the edge, though. Both wrestlers seem kind of timid to do anything in the middle of the mat, but once they get to the edge and they have the security of being able to go out of bounds, they feel more liberal to attack there. But I'd like to see some of that in the middle. That was an excellent fake.
Yeah, it was a great fake. And those attacks on the, towards out of bounds, it puts you in a hard place to score. There's that sweep.
See it again. Beautiful. Again,
he stopped though. He's got to work up there. Did a great job at getting to that leg.
Secures his snake down.
Great job. So methodical. So patient. I think in that position when you're down in that leg and guys jumping away, a lot of times guys will like dive after him or lunge after him or try to pull. He just did a good job of doing it the way that I best describe it. He climbed the rope. He climbed the rope just like he's climbing the rope, in conditioner or in phy ed class. He just hanging onto that leg and climbed the rope and secured it for a takedown.
Yeah, and a great setup there, Kevin. Just a subtle fake to the other leg, got Nyhagen to just shift his weight even just a little bit, making the sweep that much easier for Nyhagen wasn't even able to sprawl.
Yeah, it's a great shot too, huh? I mean, he's been hitting that thing all tournament.
20 seconds left here in the second period, a 3-0 lead for Paulson of Amory.
Paulson defeated Mitch Pullman from Neilsville Greenwood Loyal. Pullman was at Loyal last year, and now they co-opt with Neilsville, so this is Pullman's first time in the Northern Badger. And Paulson defeated him in the semifinals, and Nyhagen defeated Jacob Malsom from Cameron in the semifinals.
You see in the Northern Badger, you always see a lot of Northwest tournaments with 6 or 7 towns all co-op together.
Yeah, a lot of little towns, a lot of little communities.
Nyhagen will go down here in the third period. 3-0 lead for Paulson. Paulson's doing a great job of keeping his hips in here.
Yeah, he rides hard. He's got good tight weights and go to the spiral. He's pretty diverse in the top position.
You know, my coach at the U, Jay Robinson, always says that a great rider is a hard worker. He always says it's not easy to be a good rider. It's hard. Right. It's hard work to ride on top.
And it's not glamorous, and sometimes it's not fun. I think one thing that separates some of the guys from the northwest part of the state, fly under the radar sometimes, get down to the state tournament, and people are like, wait, this guy? Who is he? We didn't have him in the rankings. And a guy like Austin Moe, who wasn't in the finals here today, was ranked maybe 6th all year, went down to the state tournament and just turned guys on top. Riley Knops, his teammate, same thing, rode guys out in double overtime. And people up here in the Northwest, I think get that attitude of knowing how to ride, but also come from small communities, farming communities. Those stereotypical blue-collar type kids
that just have grip strength like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah,
they just cling to you,
and they can ride hard because, like you said, it is hard work, but they're not afraid of doing the hard work. And once you become a good rider, you can really understand how to break people and dominate people. And as a wrestler, that's the most fun part of wrestling, is
Absolutely.
Just being able to dominate somebody the same size as you. And here, like Paulson's on top, and to have Nyhagen with his head down on the mat, it takes a lot of energy out of Nyhagen, and I know for sure on top, Paulson's gaining energy from seeing the way that Nyhagen's responding to that.
Right, absolutely. And my specialty when I was wrestling was always trying to ride tough on top. And it does. You're absolutely right, Kevin. It just gives you confidence, and you can just feel the bottom guy start to lose confidence and lose his composure and lose all of that, and as you're gaining it.
Yeah, and Paulson just right here in the third period, just completely
really
dominant on top.
Just
love to see this type of wrestling. The score wasn't big, but Paulson just dominated from that top position.
Yeah.
And he wins his first Northern Badger championship at 160 pounds. Gabe Paulson from Amory improves to 18-0 on the season. Watch out for this one.